Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing with some spooky skeletons. Yay! Aren't they spooky? So, as you guys know, well, maybe, anyone new to my channel won't, but I basically hate the Tomb Kings. I can't stand them. Well, at least I didn't be able to stand them. Now I can. The changes they've had in this patch, I think have just made them so much better, so much more interesting. Now there's less armor on constructs, so you can't rely on the big monster mash, just rubbish strategy of your front line gets murdered and you just end up with a pile of constructs winning it. That's dull. You know, there's just nothing. You just leave them there and they win. It's boring. It's very boring. Now though, Realm of Souls doubles the healing, so all this stuff is going to actually survive. And even with, you know, Ushabti and things, you know, other constructs having less armor, they're more vulnerable to damage, but they actually have stuff to hide behind. So it means they actually have to retreat and re-engage in more favourable places. There's actually strategy involved now. So I don't think the constructs are any worse, because they suddenly have a lot more ground support. It just means that you can whittle stuff down a bit better, so you can actually react to it without having to go all in with, like, crazy armor-piercing guns and things. Which, you know, doesn't always work, so they'll just trample your front lines. It's annoying. It's annoying. I hated how it was. Now, though, I think it's great. Rant over. So, basically, I have a Tomb Prince, I have some Skeleton Spearmen, I have the Kepra Guard, the King Nakesh's Scorpion Legion, I have the Blessed Legion of Fax, I have the Skeleton Archers, Ushabti with Great Bows, Arcan the Black, now with debuffed Tomb Blade, which I think is more interesting, because it summons skeletons, and that's kind of cool. Right? I think that's fun. Also less cheesy. It's a lot more interesting, so that's a good thing. And also, I have this little fella. I say little, he's quite big, isn't he? Giant, almost. So, Bone Giant, that's new, and he looks awesome. He looks absolutely awesome, and I kind of love him. I think he's really good. I think he's got a lot of uses. I think he's got a lot of utility, and he's just a very interesting unit. So, yeah, lovely addition. I've also got some Carrion, and I have the now much cheaper Skeleton Chariot. They've put the price down by like 150 or something ridiculous. So we'll hopefully see a lot more chariots in play. And it's Tomb Kings, there should be more chariots, but no one was bringing them, because they just couldn't get use out of them. You know, they take a lot of micro, they're quite fragile, but they can get a lot of work done. I think they're really cool. So that's awesome. So I'm against Atticus, who's been on the channel before, and actually I think he's got a lot better. I know we're kind of, you know, playing around with experimental stuff, but we played a few games, and he was winning pretty consistently. I'm not sure if I did win out of the, like, 3 games we had. But they were pretty close, but yeah, he's got a lot better. So, well done, dude, well done. So here you can see he's got some Spearmen, and he's got the Scions of Mathlan. He's also got the Equal Bolt Throwers. I think these guys are great against Tomb Kings. They can just put a lot of pressure on constructs and lords, and it just keeps the pressure on, which I think is great. Also, though, he's got Flamespire Phoenixes. These guys are just superb against Tomb Kings. They've got the fire, the magic, and the armor piercing, which is brilliant. That's all things that Tomb Kings rely on. You know, there's a lot of stuff that gives physical resist. There's a lot of stuff that's, well, the expensive stuff is weak to fire, and obviously all their best stuff is armoured. So that's great. I really love the Flamespire Phoenixes. So 2 of them, pretty classic. Pretty classic. He's also brought a Lithanar. Straight away did the clone. This is his first time using him, so I think he wanted to see what this was like. So, you know, whatever. It's all good. So he's got a clone there, which is amusing. And also over here he's got the Fireborn, which are awesome. So the Fireborn Dragon Princes, as you can see, they have fire damage, which is very bad for Tomb King Lords. And also anti-large, which is awesome. So I really like them. Really cool in this matchup. So, we are going to speed things up. So, going to move in. So, I actually missed micro a bit at the start here, because I'm playing around with new stuff here. I barely ever played Tomb Kings. So, definitely some mistakes, which, don't worry, you don't have to tell me about in the comment section. I know. I tell the Blessed Legion and the Skeleton Archers to go straight for these guys, because I want to start getting some fire on them. But Atticus rightly starts moving all his units forwards. Unfortunately, I really missed micro Arcan, let him get shot loads. It was about this point I went, oh god, yeah, the Tomb Blade doesn't heal anymore. How am I going to heal him? I can't. He's doomed. Ooh, not good. So, that's not good. So here, I'm going to try and get some shots into the Fireborn. So here, it looks like he's seen that the, you know, my lord is super injured. So I'm going to block the charge by summoning skeletons. Isn't that cool? So, nice juicy hit from the Bone Giant there. Does a lot of damage. 3 models down in 1 hit was that. Nope, 2. Okay, still. 2 models in a hit. That's really good. So, shooting at him with the Ushabti and everything, I want to take these guys out. I am going to try a spell here, but he starts pathing out straight away. He sees what happened here. So, Purple Sun, unfortunately, was a bit of a whiff. Didn't do a huge amount of damage. Done a bit of HP damage. It seems to have put them off a bit, but, you know, it's fine. So, I've got a lot of fire on these guys. I want to take them out early. That fire damage is too scary for me. So, I've been sending the Skeleton Chariots through the lines. I need to get the Tomb Prince doing something. I don't know why he's just stood there. Anyway, this noble is getting just chopped to pieces by the Kepragard. Here we go, Realm of Souls proccing, so we're going to get a lot of health here. So here, what's quite nice is he attacked the Bone Giant. He did some good damage to it, but he's just a great target now, you know? The Bone Giant is a great anchor for your other missile units to fire at, because he's such a threat, they want to take him out. But he's got so much health, it's not going to be quick. I mean, he doesn't have great melee stats or anything. 30 melee attack, 25 melee defense, not great. You know, he's going to get hit, but he's got such a huge health pool. But one thing about it is Realm of Souls doesn't heal him, and he's not a construct either, for some reason. So, yeah, he can't get healed by neck attacks either. So that's really novel. So here, he's trying to basically stop my Shabti from firing, and he's going to dive on top of me with the other Flamespire Phoenixes. So Arcan is in a lot of trouble now. An awful lot of trouble. Do not like that. So get a juicy hit with the Bone Giant into these guys. Does a big amount of damage. Unfortunately here, yeah, I tried to send Arcan sort of through the Ushabti. I got a little bit stuck, but it is getting these guys stuck, so that is giving me some respite. So that's something. So here, trying to get a rear charge into this stuff now that this is crumbling, because I want to do some damage to these guys. So chariots are going to path straight through. Over here, my carrion have taken out one of the Claw Bolt throwers, and they're going to go for the second. Over here, so he finally sees my Tomb Prince. I actually used that stalk ability of his. So I was able to sneak up on a Lithanar, which I think is pretty funny. Over here, Arcan died, of course he did. So that's kind of annoying. But he did get a Spirit Leech on top of the Noble in sort of, you know, the last moment there. So the Noble is incredibly injured. Only 4 health remaining, which is just ludicrous. I can't believe he's got 4 health. What are the chances? So summon my Ushabti as well to block these guys in. So they're fighting my Kepragard that are actually going to get some good damage on him. Over here, the Fireborn are coming back in again, but I'm getting some really nice armor-piercing shots with Ushabti. But my front line here is buckled, so in more than one place, so now these archers are getting attacked, but I'd rather lose these than have the spearmen, you know, wrapping around the Bone Giant or anything else. So I'm kind of sacrificing these guys, honestly. Hoping I can get good value out of the chariots, you know, charging to the rear, and I'm getting some good damage in, so that's nice. So Fireborn, they're still fighting, and they're actually doing a ton of damage to the Ushabti. This was bad, I couldn't quite break them in time. So that's not good. So also I have some Skeleton Archers, they're also getting wrapped up, but this stuff is getting pinned in place. I'm doing a lot of damage to the Flamespire Phoenix over here. Unfortunately this one is coming in to hunt down my chariots, and it's doing a good job of it. But do have a lot of infantry coming in. Over here, Lithanar is having a terrible day. I sent Carrion after him as well, and you can see he's losing a lot of health. So Lithanar's not going to survive this. So hopefully I can equalise this, you know, on the sort of the Lord aspect of it. But things are looking a bit iffy. But, you know, Realm of Souls is up, so none of the stuff's going to heal anymore. A lot of his units are pretty damn tattered, though. Stuff running away here. Flamespire Phoenix nearly dead. He's got another one coming for my Bone Giant. And the Bone Giant does alright. If it does manage to land a hit, it does some good damage. I mean, how much, let's see, 30 melee defense? Not huge, you know? 30 melee attack? It's going to be even chance to hit. So, yeah, shouldn't be too bad. So, if I can land a hit on him, I can do some good damage. But he's got so much health, it's going to buy me loads of time to get the Skeleton Spearman after him. So that's pretty great. Unfortunately, my Ushabti are very, very injured right now, which is not good. Still had my Blessed Legion being hunted down, but the Kepragard are going to make short work of this stuff, especially now, if you look. 51 melee defense still. They still have martial prowess. How is that still happening? Or is it supposed to be higher? They have a lot of melee defense, guys. An awful lot. But still, Kepragard will do pretty well here. They do regenerate, so that's one thing that I am actually getting health back for. So that's good. So over here, Flamespire Phoenix just trying to finish off the last time Blessed Legion. Fair enough. Fireborn finally running away again. They actually get terrified because the Bone Giant causes terror. And despite these guys being absolute champs, they are not immune to psychology. So that's pretty good for me. So, but you can see here, you know, with all the Spearmen, the Flamespire Phoenix having a terrible day. And yeah, over on this side, I'm bringing the Carrion back in. A load of this stuff is starting to get terrified away, thanks to my Tomb Prince. So that's good, because he's got that ability. It makes him cause terror, you know, occasionally. Stuff did come back, though. So now he is actually focusing down my Tomb Prince, knowing that he needs to get rid of my leadership. The Bone Giant, though, is pretty protected. He's going to just take so much damage trying to deal with him. And with the Tomb Prince still running around, that's going to be rough. But Tomb Prince is anti-large, so I'll rampage these guys, put their melee attack down, which should help all of this stuff out, and not be able to run away, unless they rout, which that one did. But I mean, look how much health he's got. He's got, yeah, 200 health left, which is pretty pathetic, and then he gets all of his health back. Oh. Yeah, he was reborn. I never see that happen, ever. That never happens. So I was not counting on him being able to do that. That is very annoying. So he's back, and he's going to have a ton of leadership because he's back, and it just is irritating. So I'm sending Carrion after him to bog him down, trying to deal with that other one as well. So here I've got my Kepler Guard working on these spearmen now, the ones that just kept killing all my ranged units, which is very annoying. Here you can see they're also dealing with Ushabti, which is not good, so throwing Carrion at him, trying to slow him down. Bit of a miss, I don't know why they landed over there, but anyway, still got my Tomb Prince, somehow still alive. He's got the Stalk thing on him. I think I hit him there. So that's nice. So I do like the Bone Giant so far. He's got 51 kills. He's mainly been shooting at single targets. Here you can see the Phoenixes do have Bombards, which is annoying. That's definitely a mischief, and he's able to finish off my Tomb Prince because he's able to get the charge on him. So I'm trying to shoot at them with the great bows, trying to shoot at them with the even greater bow of the Bone Giant. So this one routs, which is great. That's really good for me. This one though is still going. So you can see this is the one that actually came back to life because, you know, he's got sort of up to his healing cap. This one is about to die, which is great. So I'm trying to shoot at this guy, but it's very hard to hit flying, moving targets when they're, you know, doing charges and things. So he's able to finish it with my Ushabti, which is, yeah, very annoying for me. So here I'm going to try and chase this guy off with my Carrion. And here you can see the Bone Giant is coming in. Another big miss. Well, I hit some spearmen, so I'd say that's something, but it's not. It's a bad thing, which I guess is something, but it's not a good one. Anyway, so here you can see got a nice hit on the Flamespire Phoenix there. And here I take out the other one, but that one also comes back to life. Are you serious? Are you serious, game? Is that how you're going to play it now? They all come back to life all the time? I think they've really upped the percentage chance of that, because in the last patch, I never saw that happen. I bring Phoenixes all the time, and they never came back. So 2 in one game is a little bit crazy. So that's something you guys are going to really have to watch out for, because I'm pretty sure this is happening a lot. Everyone seems to be noticing it happening more often. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. I think Flamespire Phoenixes, I think they've had an awfully massive buff in this patch, because I made good use of them just assuming they, you know, die, right? But no, now they don't. It's insane. So here, chasing off more units. He's going to come in for the Bone Giant again, because, you know, of course you would. Oh no, trying to get some Bombards. So he's still got a load of Bombards left with these two. But if you look, there's nothing else on the field of his, on the ground, that isn't fleeing. So I don't understand how he's able to stay up like this. Sure, he's attacking now. You know, he's on the ground now, which makes sense. So that's fine. That would stop the retreat. Because, you know, as you all know, if you just have air units left, you flee. You know, it's game over, unless you can land them in time. So Bone Giant is dealt with, finally. But these guys are totally surrounded, which is awesome. Getting a lot of good damage on them. These spearmen come back. So these Flamespire Phoenixes are going to take off again. So off you go. Go on. So I'm going to turn around and focus my attention on these spearmen. Because I want them gone. And look at their leadership. It's basically nothing. What is it on? -2. Okay, they've shattered. So they've shattered. Once again, nothing left. Alright, everything's either shattered or routing. And they're still flying, bombarding. Yep, still bombarding, but these guys are still fleeing. Everything else is shattered. So, was that always the case? Because I thought if everything on the ground was at least routing, that would be enough to trigger that, you know, with only air units in the land, you need to land immediately, or whatever it is. You'll be forced to retreat, that message. Yeah, they're just staying in the air, and it's fine, despite the fact that's his only unit left. So I'm a bit confused by that. I didn't think that was the case. If someone can correct me, you know, that's fine. Look at this, he's just been able to bombard constantly. All he has is these 2 units left. I don't quite understand that, but, you know, fair play. Bit of a pity, though, because these guys should both be dead. I mean, they should be. I'm kind of glad they do come back to life now, but I was not expecting that. But also, this just feels a bit cheap. How dare you, Atticus? But no, fair play. I just don't understand how that doesn't count as running away. It seems strange. I mean, was this always the case? I just never realised. Now he's come back, but still, they've been in the air for hours, and they've been the only units left. So, it seems really peculiar. So, I don't know. I don't know if that was always the case, if routing units still count as being on the ground, but it seems odd to me. So, yeah, guys, if anyone can clear that up, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm getting finished off here. So, that's a pity. There's nothing I can do. I mean, that guy's nearly gone down, so that's good. Wow, he's taking a lot of damage. But still, there we go. Everything's going to start. Yeah, there they go. And now these guys will disintegrate. Bye. Aw, poor Kepragard. Oh, they did good. But yeah, those Phoenixes, man. MVP. Absolute MVPs there. But still, I don't understand how they didn't run away. It seems like they should have done. Oh, another thing that's, you know, needs to be pointed out is it doesn't record the bombard kills, unfortunately. These guys got a lot more than that amount of kills. A heck of a lot more. But it doesn't record it for bombards, which I think is a pity. It would be nice to see how these guys perform. Although I think it was evident how well they performed in this one. I mean, my god. Completely just tore me apart. But yeah, still baffled by that. Still baffled by this. So, yeah. comment. Let me know if I'm being an idiot or not. But yeah, well played, Atticus. I love this build against Tomb Kings. I think it's really good. I think Elithanar, though, yeah, I don't think he's necessarily useful. I mean, yeah, he can sort of sit and sort of, well, be another bolt thrower, basically. But I don't know. I think he'd be better off with the Lariel out of the 2 new units in this matchup, because now that Realm of Souls heals double, you're going to have a more atrocious battle in the front line. So I think having all the heals from Alariel would be very useful, especially on things like the Fireborn and stuff like that. Just being able to keep healing them would just be massive. I think it'd be a lot of help, more so than Elithanar was in this fight. Unfortunately, I was able to sneak up on him and kill him, so you know he didn't really get a lot of work done, unfortunately. But like I said, we've been testing out a lot of stuff, so that was kind of the point of these games. But my God, yeah, Phoenix is actually bothering to come back to life again. Just never see that happen. So really cool to see. But also very, yeah, kind of took me by surprise. So anyway, guys, Bone Giant I think is really good, by the way. I think he's really useful. You got to pick your targets well. I think usually if there's just a good shot you get on, you know, if you see some like sort of decent infantry blobbed up, get a nice shot on them, and you get a lot of value out of him. Otherwise, you can put pressure on dragons and things. If you bring Law of Light, you can net stuff and then take advantage and shoot into them. Because, yeah, he's got good anti-large bonus. He hits really hard. So, if you can get the hits, it's going to pay off. But I think you've got to net stuff, especially flying units. But against cavalry and things, you know, your big units of cavalry, if they're charging in, you can get a good hit, take out a few models. I think he's really good, and he's just a great target for people. They have to deal with him early, or it's not going to work. You know, he's just going to get more and more value the longer he's alive. Unlike the Ushabti, you know, you can whittle them away sort of throughout the battle. As long as they're losing a few models here and there, they sort of diminish in value. Whereas the Bone Giant, he basically retains his value until he's dead. So that's pretty cool. You know, an advantage of having a single model sort of ranged unit like that. It's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. So if you did, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.